Hi. Hi. I will start in a second. Just a few more minutes. There's just a little problem with my streaming software. Okay. Settings, switch scene, switch scene, switch scene. What the fuck? I will. Right now I would not be able to switch the camera, and that's like really bad. I need the camera to be able to switch. I don't know why this is happening. Hi! I am live. This is my second day of building Vader. 3 people, that's nice. I just turn off the headphones. So, this is how far I got in the first day of streaming. And yeah, it's quite a lot. I think it's quite a lot. It's the base structure for the face mask. The collar part is still missing. I needs to round the edges a bit more. If you look at it, it's kind of skewed to this side. And this skewy snout here is the first thing that I will try to fix before I go into the collar piece and everything around here. So just to show you. Whoops. Here, this collar part is what I'm going to build after I finished yeah, kind of fixing my errors in the snout. Another thing that I noticed is here, if you look at Vader from straight on, you see that the one eyebrow is much higher than the other one. It looks funny, but it's not really what I intended. And I think I will have to fix that. Yep. Yep. So, as said, I will start with the snout now. So in the last live stream, when I started building all the structure, I used a lot of hot glue, and I will use hot glue today, but just at a later point when I start to build out this part of the helmet. So now for this like repairs and everything, or for most of the detail work, I will use my trusted wood glue. So is the audio and the picture okay? Maybe you can tell me that. Would be helpful. I just got a very limited view of what's going on here. So, here, if you look at it from the top, there's definitely some stuff missing on this side. So I will build this side out a bit. I'm building myself here a double layered cardboard thing, and then to attach this cardboard thing to here, I will actually do a little overlap here that I can then glue to the inside here. This will hold this piece in place while the glue is drying. So there's still some leftovers from the hot glue, and hot glue is definitely the enemy if you want to work with wood glue. For these wood glue stuff just won't stick to the hot glue, so I always have to remove leftovers. Okay. Here, this small part is just there to hold the other one, the other part in place. Let's see. So this stream today was unscheduled, or I just scheduled it when I started it, for I had to change a whole lot on my computer setup, and I was testing the last few hours, and this here is actually now some kind of a proof of concept thing that the streaming hardware works. It's still very new territory to me. Okay, this can dry, and here, if you look from the top, you can see that everything is going down here, so I have to fix this part here too. Maybe a view from the top is better. No, the top camera is not working. I don't know. I have to buy a different one, I think. Shit. That is sad. So hope this is better.
Okay.
If there are any questions that I can kind of answer, if you would be interested, there's not a lot of people, so I have all the time in the world, actually. Hey. So I hope that the part that I glued on first, that it will be dry enough to start to cut it into shape. Here, as you can see, normally I try to glue on a bigger piece than I need, and after it's on there, I try to cut it away. This gives me much more room to see if it's actually the right side. If I cut it down like to the perfect size and I'm just a little bit too small, and that's worse as compared to just gluing on a bigger part and then cutting it to the perfect size. Okay, this looks better, but now I have to raise this part of this triangle a bit to the outside. So now I just try to fix stuff that happened during the last thing, and with this I prepare myself for, or I prepare the structure that I can move on. If I wouldn't repair it now, it would be very difficult to do that later on. For on every thing that is visible right now, there will be like 1 or 2 more layers of cardboard, and yeah, that would mean that I would need exponentially more time to fix stuff. I think for the next parts in this series of building Vader, I will announce the live stream a bit earlier, and I hope to have a stable technical setup then for the one camera that's missing now, or that actually shows no update in the picture. I have no idea what happened to it, for it worked half an hour ago. So this will go on here. Yeah, it is getting better. I don't know if it's visible, but I think the main difference is here that this side here, which was like really angled off to this side, now I elongated it, and then I can cut a clean line that both sides are flush. I have to check here. Okay. Oh, I think it's dry enough to cut it away with the scissors. It's not dry enough to cut it with the cardboard cutter. Okay. So I try not to cut away too much, or this fixing here would have been useless. So now there's still too much on this side, but I can cut it down. Yep. This is about the right amount, and now if you watch from the top, this is no longer an off-angle surface. Very nice. Just a moment, please. Warten. Hallo, ich bin live. Was? Okay. Okay, I'm sorry, but that was my son. So, I will now start to build out the chin. And here, if I watch the proportions from the side, I see that the chin roughly ends at the eye line. Maybe it's a bit receding, so I can like mark that down. Like this, and now when I cut into the direction from where I want to build it up, I have a line that I can reference. So I think I will have to give this a bit more stability. But that's the nice thing with cardboard, it's just yeah, add stuff, cut stuff away, add stuff again. So nothing is really final. And it's always easy to change stuff. And if I made a mistake, it's like completely not tragic, for this is all just throwaway cardboard, which would have ended up in the junk. Okay. Here, this view is a bit better for this stuff here. So, I need a big piece of cardboard. For this region. Okay, and because I want to wear the helmet, I have to measure it against my body. So, and it's roughly this length from the middle of the snout to the end of the chin part. I think I will take this cardboard here. Can you see that? Here it's a single wave cardboard, and it's very soft. So because this part here got like two different curves going on, it's helpful to have some cardboard that's a bit softer. So, I will first build like this strip here, and then I will add on to that with different layers of cardboard. So I just need the width from here to here. Yeah, this is actually just half of this, or kind of half. Seven, 8. So, I try to give it the form that it should have, and therefore it's best to just take 2 pieces of cardboard. Yeah, like this, and glue them together. And this way, if you have a curvature in the sheet of cardboard that you get, here when I put these 2 on top of each other, you can see that the length is different when I roll it up. So once I glue the one on top of the other, both will stay exactly in the shape that I'm gluing them together in. And for the glue takes some like 10 minutes to really set. In this time I can still sculpt the curvature exactly the way I want to have it. And yeah, it's a very fast and easy way to do it. For you can change it, and you're not dependent on perfect measurements and stuff like that. So this will be the lower part. And then there's a steeper angle here, and then it starts to come out. I think that's better to see from the front. Yeah, something like this. And when I here look at the reference, that's an okay approximation, I think. Here it can be a bit straighter, and therefore a bit more rounded in the lower part. Oops. So, this is roughly in the same in the right roundness, slope, whatever. And now that it's easier for me to attach this to this part, I'm going to take something like this, glue it on there, cut it off here, and then this will actually help to glue this to here. That's like what I'm doing most of the time. Just as a quick way to at least temporarily attach one piece to another. So. And it's very warm in Berlin right now, so the glue is setting a lot faster than in the previous days. So I have to actually hurry up a bit. Nice. This looks really good. This looks really good. So now I need two triangles that I can glue to here, that I can like fixate it in the position that I want to have it. And so I need to like cut this angle. And for this I once again want to have two pieces of cardboard on top of each other, that I got a bigger lip to put the glue on. Wie jetzt schon? Ja, das ist ja auch nicht so schlimm. Kenn ich. Ah, danke, danke schön.
Und die aus Potsdam kommen ja später.
Noch mehr?
Nee, die schlafen ja nicht.
Achso, ich dachte,
Es kommen noch 2 aus Potsdam.
das ist, was du meinst. Okay, that was my son. Ah, na, bye.
Hallo?
Muss nicht. Ach, das ist sowieso nur einer gerade. Ah, mein Son.
Passt du weiter. Soll gut aussehen.
Okay.
Ja, sieht auch schon krass aus.
So, das Schräge ist weg. Und
Ja, es wird.
ey, der wird übelst.
Ja, ich muss jetzt aufräumen, weil jetzt halt einer meiner besten Freunde kommt, den du noch nicht kennst.
Machen wir gleich. Ich mache da mal eine Pause. So, I got the 2 pieces that I want to fit in here. So, and now it's the easiest thing if I just press it towards here. I think that this is the angle that I want to have. Now I can just draw a line here. And from this line I knew that there was 2 layers of cardboard, so I can just by hand offset the line to the thickness of the 2 cardboard layers that were holding that down. So this should be a good fit now. So I'm not 100% sure if the angle is right, so I will first just glue it down to the top side. And okay, I can take it off actually. So it's easier to measure one piece against the other piece when I still haven't glued one onto this thing. Guck mal auf die Erde. Das ist das Kabel. So, yeah, my son seems to be preparing some dinner for himself and some friends, so I have to lower my voice a bit. But I think that's not really a problem, for there's just one person, and this one person has not said hi in the chat or stuff. Maybe he's just not watching it, or has it on silent, and it's just I don't know, looking at it. Oh no, it's two people, hey, hi, second viewer, which is like the top viewership today. Unscheduled streams are not really the best thing for a micro channel like I have one. So I'm back in 3 seconds, maybe 5 or 8. So, I think that the angle looks kind of good, so I can commit to it. But here I can push this a bit to the front, then I will. Yeah, wait. Don't. Is it just my preview, or is the frame rate really this choppy? This doesn't look good. Okay, yeah, that's a nice trick with your password, but I would be. Well, it's a better idea than 123 or password, so that's cool. Did you came up with it? So, this is very good. That's a important step, because then I can here, you know, the triangle under the chin that he got. Because I can cut this this triangle from here, then, and this is one of the last real iconic things on the helmet. So the rest is just smoothing it out, or from what you can see. For actually under the helmet, there's something like here, this size. Like a keeper that is built a bit to the top. That's actually then where the helmet attaches to. In the movies, there's that's a magnetic thing that's going on there. And once this here is dry, I can show you if you want a picture. Of it in the out of Star Wars book. So for here I will do this. Then I try to come around here. I would include all the curvature that I need on the sides. And then start to build out this, what I call the crown now, to the top of his, top of the dome. I think it's the dome, cranium dome. Yeah, I think it's the dome. So, and then I'm a giant step towards finishing. On finishing, towards finishing the base structure for the face mask and the collar. And when that is finished, I can start the rough shape for the helmet. That's then going on top. And once that is done, I will go over everything and make it actually beautiful. So here, I like how it looks, but it's very rough, and it's supposed to be a very, very finished looking piece. Hey, Ozone, where are you from? And how did you stumble into this live stream? So that's nice, that's nice. Yeah, I think this is nearly the right spot for it. And then I will start to cut from the top. And go down here. Yo! It is coming together beautifully. Okay, so just to get a feel for how it looks, I will cut this part out, even though it would be smarter to wait with it, but I want to see if this lip here is too big or not big enough. So I will just wait, maybe I could change the camera and go like this. So right now the cardboard is kind of hard to cut because the glue is not fully dried, and because the glue weakens the cardboard, when the cardboard is not very dry, it's not stiff, and it's very difficult to cut it sometimes. That's why I'm taking multiple attempts here. But I think I have to wait a bit longer. So the part that's going to be difficult is that but maybe I can do it. I wanted to build the whole outer shell in one piece, and then cut the shell in two parts. For that, I have the collar part and then the face mask part. But I don't know if I will be able to fit it to my head then. Yeah, I'll just have to try it. I will just have to try. Yeah, 2 again. Could someone please tell me if the stream is very choppy? For my preview here looks really bad. Yeah, maybe you can tell me. Okay, so I hope this finished drying. So now I'm actually trying to take more of a careful approach. Okay, that's yeah, it's okay. It's not good, but it's okay. I will have to flatten that in here. So now I will flood the cardboard with glue. Wait, I think therefore it's better to show it from here. Here, and then I will really smear the glue in here between all the wavy layers and the paper layers. And once the glue dries in there, it really stiffens up the whole thing, and then I can push it into the right form. So, and the thing is, when there's so much glue in there, then you have to like constantly push it down, and in the beginning it's like every 10 seconds you have to push it down, and then it's every 20 seconds and every minute, and then maybe one final time after 10-15 minutes. And now I want to sculpt an edge here, so I want to have a angular edge on this part here. You can see how this is angling in, and therefore it's helpful to have this little this kind of tools here, the sculpting tools or dentist tools, and they help you to achieve more mechanical forms sometimes, and you can apply a very even force to everything. So, but everyone that ever sculpted will know this process. And when you gave a lot of glue to the cardboard, or like, as I called it, drowned it in glue, then the cardboard becomes really sculptable. Okay. Chin. Nearly done. Now, if you look at the mask from the front, you see that it's wait, I'm going to here. Then you see that it's getting smaller when it gets down, and then it comes out a bit again. That means that here, this is the edge where it comes out, and this will be here somewhere. So now I have to build the transition between this and that, and I think I will have the least problems if I just build a ring of cardboard, so that I attach here, and then I try to attach other cardboard from here to this ring. I think that's the best way to do it. So I need to get myself some cardboard stripes. So I thought I had some leftover stripes, but that does not seem to be the case. So I will cut some new ones. So here, this cardboard is a bit stiffer than the one before, but I want this piece that is going here to be quite stiff, so that I can really attach the cardboard that's coming from the sides to this collar thing, or collar piece. Well, I hope you know what I mean. So first I give myself a clean edge to cut from, so that I can have the same angle all the time. So for here, this attaches itself there. And I right here. Yeah, I'm going to cut pieces that are, I don't know how thick do I want them to be. Yeah, I think I'll go for some like 6 centimeters. That should be good enough. So, and normally when I cut stripes, or if I want to repeat shapes, and then I just cut one, and I put that on top of the cardboard, so that I use the first one that I cut as a measuring stick or piece for all the subsequent ones. Three, and then I'm going to cut from the other side. Here I give myself a clean cut. That was not clean, but it's not that bad. I want to have 2 layers of this, and it must be big enough to go around my whole neck. So here, so just to show it off once again. Here, this is the front side, and this piece here is in the back. So I'm here. You can't see it here, but the original helmet is cut in a way that's not so different from this one, or such different. It comes a bit more to the back side here, and then it's a full, here the top loop is complete, but on this part, so the back of the head, there you can see his skin. So you can see that in Empire Strikes Back, when he's at the Super Star Destroyer and when his helmet is lower and down. So what I can use as a measurement, so is that here the helmet will be cut along this axis here. Yeah, there's these 2 tubular things going on, and the cut, or the separation line for the face part, the face mask part, and the collar part is between these. So it means that this here, all this is helmet, is a collar piece. Yeah, I can. And you see that there? No? yeah. So I just want to build this lower part now. Also ich dachte, ihr bleibt hier, bis die kommt.
Achso, nee, die wollen wir jetzt und dann machen wir was.
Wann kommst du wieder?
Dafür ist es noch nicht klar. Zwischen einer halben Stunde und 7 Stunden.
Nee, weil ich nachher noch was koche. Dann mir nicht wegessen morgens wieder vom Herd.
Okay.
Ciao, viel Spaß. Okay, that was my son again. So, sorry. So I will now try to finish this lower part here. For here I started this, and now I have to, here, you can see it. Here. This might actually be a bit too long or reaching in a bit too far, but I can always change the proportions in the end. Yep. So I want to have this collar thing here, and it will be something like this. For I want to be able to wear it. So I think this will be the size, but maybe I make it a bit bigger for there's some cushioning inside there, and all kind of like little detailed pieces that will need some space. So I built the first loop, and then I follow around with another one to stiffen it up and to have it in the right shape. Right here, I'm burying everything here. Hi Tim. Tim Punkt. So and so that I'm not forced to press it together all the time until it's dry. I often take some weights and put them in there. And if you have some pressure applied to the cardboard with the glue, it's actually dry in a matter of minutes. So now I can see how far I will come with this. Yeah, but that looks about right. Here, if I'm at the inside here. Wait, so I think you can see it. Yeah. I think that's good for the proportions. So, I will, so you don't have to see me do this. So here's the color piece, the first of the two, and now I joined this this loop on this one side, and now to give it more stability, I counter the direction with the second loop that I'm putting on there. And then it will have a lot of structural integrity. This will be quite strong. So here and if I have to stretch out glue over bigger areas, and sometimes I take some, whether a stick or another piece of cardboard, just to spread it out. So, now I put the white on the other side. And so I can press it together here, and it's doing the job for me on the opposing side. So now I have to decide which side will be top and which one will be bottom. And yeah, this side will be my lower side. So I start to model this kind of ridge that it's not coming into this here with all this sharp corners and stuff, but it's a bit rounded off when it reaches the bottom of the neck. So this will be the front side. I'm just marking it for me, which means that the helmet has to be here. And that I can fit this in there, I also need to give this some rounded shape down here. So that I can attach it there. Tack. Okay, to have the one part really go into the other, I'm going to introduce some cuts here. That I can more easily blend one form into the other. Okay, can see that. And now I have to decide if I go to the back side of it or the front side. Here, and that's why I choose some cardboard that was not too strong, for I knew that I would have to sculpt it a little. Yep. It is coming along. So, I will attach these two pieces now. Here I just mark this, that I know up to where I have to put the glue. So just it's late at night here, and under normal circumstance I would be in bed right now, but because of the technical difficulties I had, I definitely want to test the equipment, how it's performing. And yeah, the good thing is that two cameras are working. The not so good part is that one is just not doing what it is supposed to do. But I hope to figure that out by in time for the next stream. And the next stream will be scheduled. So I'm thinking some like Friday-ish. Yeah, I like it. It's getting somewhere. So now this gap is a bit too steep, so I will like hold that in place with 2 more stripes of cardboard. This is a complicated form here. For we're coming from a nearly flat surface into a curved surface in to this direction, and then a curved surface in to the 2 directions to the left and the right. So there's a lot of cardboard pushing here. To Tim Punkt, yeah, I speak German. I think you can hear that from my terrible accent and from the way I stumble across here. So yeah, I speak German. And hello, Mimisario Games. Was that like the right pronunciation, Mimisario? Hi. Hope you're still there. Here. Wait, I have to witness cam that. Here, there's like mosquitoes everywhere right now. Normally that's not a big thing in Berlin, but this year is different. Hey, Memisorio, how did you find the stream? Or I don't know if you're still in the stream. But yeah, nice that you watched the the next part. So, and maybe you see that some stuff actually progressed. Wait, I'm going to Hi, thanks a lot. I'm excited about what the helmet will be. So, but on the other hand, I know what you mean. I know what you mean, no problem. Yeah, I'm excited about what it will be, but oops. Although I know how much work is left. But the way is the goal, something like that. So I need to repair the front curvature. So therefore are these two pieces. So for them I let the glue dry a bit, that I don't have to hold them down the whole time. So if you let the glue set for a couple of minutes, then it's actually like, the way you can use it then is more that like masking tape or how you call that, stage taper. Stage taper. Here's stuff like this with fabric in. So if it's dried down a bit, then you can position it and just apply a good amount of pressure, and it will instantly stay there and stick and bond. So, here, maybe you can see it here. Everything is still very not structurally safe. So it's all very loose, but I need it to be this way right now, for there is still some decisions that I have to make, and these decisions are easier done when everything is still like flopping around a bit. Yeah, it's good to study English, and hopefully you end up with better English than I'm presenting here. And in that sentence alone, there were like 3 grammatical errors. I hope you pay attention. So what I need to see is okay. Therefore, the helmet for this kind of long here will sit like this on the shoulders. That means that here this. I will show it like this. Here, that it has to have a curvature at the bottom part. For here, it's coming down, and this curve here needs to be in here. For if I don't include it, I won't be able to put it on. So that's some I have to be aware of when I decide for an angle here. But I think it will be something like this, so I can I will just glue in a piece of cardboard in the back, extending it so that I could stamp the helmet down. So and then it's easier for me to judge the proportions. So now here, what I said is the glue dried a bit. Well, it can actually take like 2 minutes more. I put a little much on there. Here I need a piece of cardboard. Like this. Now it should be tilted up a bit. Or up. Can you see that? No, yeah, the black plastic is very hard to make out or to see on this not too good camera. So, but I think here this would be ground level. It's he's not looking down, but a bit up. You see, when these two things here are on the same height, there's a slight upwards thing. Which means that here, when this is going slightly upwards on both sides, that it's good, or that's what I want. That's perfect. So I just need to put that piece in there, so it gives kind of a bit of support. If you want that the glue will like instantly work, just put a really small amount onto the cardboard and then just press kind of hard, and yeah, there will be an instant bond. It's not as good for curved surfaces and stuff where you want to like model the edges. But if you just need it to stay in place as fast as possible, use just a little bit of glue. Just a little bit. A little touch. Just a little touch. A little cloud. If you remember Bob Ross. No, Memasario, I don't have a Twitter account yet. I have an Instagram account. And actually, before I went live today, I posted a picture there. And on Instagram, it's MudbrainsTvDIY, the same as the channel name. And I think I want to post there, but maybe Twitter is better for other people. I have to look into it. I don't have a Twitter account right now. Or if I have one, I forgot that I started it. Very good. And here you can see now the cardboard had been sitting there for like, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 minutes. And here I just press it in there and it stays in place. It's not trying to come loose. And because I use so much glue, I can like mold it, sculpt it very good. Yeah, so I have to bring this side in and this side out of it. Yeah, it's working. I will look forward to seeing your name. I mean, I will. So I will recognize the name. I hope I remember the pronunciation, but I don't know if I pronounce it right or wrong. Memesario? 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 I don't know. So, yeah. On Instagram, so there's not a lot of pictures there, but some stuff. I just started putting MudBrain stuff on there like a couple of weeks ago, but now I will frequently update it, and I think I will update it more often than I update YouTube. Okay, so now I have to make some structural changes here. For if you watch it from the front, it is just too little like meat there, so I have to build this out a bit. And then this in a bit. So. Yep, like this. That's good. Memesario. There's an O in the end. Memesario. I think that's close enough, or is it? Is it actually close enough? I don't know. But compared to my English pronunciation, I think Memesario's that's Memesario. Dinosaur and meme. Memesario. Yeah, so now I got it. So, and the way I push this side out is just here. I just cut it there, and by just pushing it out and making sure that it can't go back, you know, like introducing a little step there. I can permanently push it to the outside. And then once I like the form that I have, once I pushed it out, I can cover this with a new layer of cardboard, and then everything has the proportion that I want. And especially in the sketching phases, and I still consider this sketching, for it's just understructure. So, and some pencil work when you draw something, that's the sketch, and then you start working with different stuff on it. So then you start to maybe do a fine pencil, then you start to ink, and then you start to color. And with modeling, it's the same thing. Or when I do it like that, it's the most fun to me. For if you like, don't try to build the finished part, or so. Like some people try to model something, and once they just started, maybe. So here they try to build a head, and then they have like the basic things where the eyes, mouth, and nose are, and even before everything is just in a rough form where everything fits together, they start, for example, to really finish an eye, and that's just that's a waste of time. At least when it comes to me. So I like to have the same model in the same state. So I don't want to have a finished piece here and a crap piece here. So I want to have everything's crap, and then it's a little less crap, a little more less crap. So I think you know what I mean. So I try to move over the whole thing. What this meme Sorio? No, that's not really a stupid name. Look at MudbrainsTV. Do it yourself. Nobody is able to remember it, and if they remember somehow the name, they forget that they saw me building some cardboard stuff. So hey, sometimes if the name is a bit complicated, or as you say, stupid, which I don't think for your name, if people remember it, then they remember it for a longer time. So it's all good. It got its pros and cons. So here, what is still a bit worrying is that the cheek part here is too recessed. So I will have to expand on this cutting technique. So now I'm going to cut further up. So I can bend this whole part a bit to the outside. It's better. It is better. Better. So now, yeah, now I'm doing basically the same thing. But now I'm going to put the cardboard here. I think. No. So, I'm doing it the same way I did it before here. I build a little like step thing. And then glue it in there. Yep. But here now, this time I'm going to let it soak a little bit. And for, oops, this has to be a very strong I don't know the word. Now, how do you call the spot where you glue two things together? There is a specific name for this spot. In German it's Klebestelle. A gluing spot? That sounds like, what is spot of? I don't know, but yeah, that's it. I will check Instagram later. Right now, I'm doing my stuff here. Thanks, man. I will especially watch out that I'm posting stuff on there, and that I like what is it? Announce some live stuff when I will go live. For today, there was no announcement from my side. As I said before, it was just more of a technical test, and I wanted to continue on this thing here. Or I want to have the finished. I want to have the finished mask. Yep, it's getting there. It is getting there. So I think I can start to push this in. Okay. Okay, now it's starting to get complicated, like how I can reach the places that I want to glue. Okay, I have to do it from the outside. Like this. Ah. Okay. Here, once this is glued in place, so now I will start to push this stuff in, and to start working on the. From here, I have to go into this form, and that's a bit of a challenge. So I'm, yeah, or yeah, that's a bit hard to do, and I will have to use a lot of force, not a lot of force, but some force to sculpt these edges here, and so it's not good that this is still so still so flexible. So I will first work on the inner structure there and try to cover it with some cardboard that helps me to achieve the stability that I want. Okay. So I'm just preparing some pieces of cardboard that I will just use internally now to stiffen the whole thing up, to stiffen it up. And this time once again I will give it a lot of glue so that the cardboard is very soft when I'm trying to place it in there. For I will have to follow the internal forms. So, and I will have to excuse myself for a couple of minutes, but I have to go to the bathroom. When I'm at it, I will take some tobacco. I'm back in like 5 minutes. back again. So, wait. Here you just wanna like show. So, here, so I gave them some minutes to dry, and now it should be, is it possible to look in there? Wait. To have them, no, I have to do it like this. That they will have a lot of strength when I glue them in there, and that they are a bit soft now for the wetness or the water from the glue just soaked into there, that it's easy to push them into the form that I need them to be in. And because I need to apply a lot of force in the upcoming steps, I want to glue down everything as good as I can right now. Here, and while doing that, I try to watch out that my hot fixes here for the proportion, that I don't flatten them. Okay, hail the potato chicken. What? What does it mean? I'm not informed. I feel left out. What is the potato chicken? I mean, Germans are called potatoes sometimes here. In German, it's Kartoffel. If you, some people want to insult you for being German, they say, "Hey, Kartoffel was," and that's actually nice. I like potatoes, and I really don't mind being called that. But that's just my interest in potato chicken. Or is that maybe an exaggeration to for trying to insult Germans, that they are potatoes and chicken? Ooh, ooh. Welcome back. I haven't seen your you're damn, I don't know what I want to say. I know what I want to say, but not how I can say it. Yeah, thanks for the nice words, Meme Sorio. Okay. Here. And the thing with building something like this, a helmet, where you will have a form that's nearly closed at a certain point of time. It's extremely important to take care of the understructure before you close the form. For you see that I'm having problems now to reach all these spots from the outside and from the inside to apply pressure. And yeah, I was not cautious enough or careful enough to take care of the skeleton earlier. It might be that I will end the live stream in the not too distant future. For what I see right now, and what I told you, is that the skeleton is kind of weak that I have here, and I need it to be really strong in this part, in the front parts here and here always. So I try to push that in, and it's always coming off because I use too much force. And one way to like hot fix it is to smear glue in all the relevant edges and just let it dry overnight, and then it is much easier to work with it, and you're not constantly doing unnecessary stuff like here, pressing it in, then it comes off, I press it in, apply new glue, press it in. So yeah, I will decide that in the next 5 minutes. But even if I would stop the stream, I think that there is a difference between how it looked after the first day and how it looks now. I'm pleased with it. It's still not perfect, far from it, but the major problem that was in this region is fixed, so the proportions are better. There's still the thing that this one eyebrow is way higher than the other. Here, this is high, this is low. Hi. Okay, nice helmet you got there, thank you. It will be a shame if she... And now I'm very interested in how you're gonna complete that. Here, so okay, I pushed this out, and when I move in here, and this is actually some I can start now. to move into the right direction with the cardboard. So for I need this surface to meet up with this surface. So I model it in, sculpt it in. So here there's one thing that is very important when you're doing stuff like this, where you always have to just where you find yourself sitting there and more than you work, you're just pressing cardboard together. Here, a very cheap way to clamp this together is some of these. You might know them from your mother or maybe from your grandmother. So it just just put them on there, and they're really helpful. So there's some funky stuff going on here. So now this side is a bit too high. Here, finishing this up will be a whole lot of work, but I'm excited in doing that. I will like smear some glue to the inside of the snout now, and then I will let everything dry over the night, so that I can like effectively work here, and that I'm not just holding, waiting. So now it's like 2.5 hours. I don't know what the U means. Meme, sorry. Nice helmet you got there. It will be a shame if you... Huh? I don't get it. Maybe I'm too tired. Or just not bright enough. I hope it's tired. So, just to show you what I mean with smearing some glue into the edges. Here, this was one edge that I had a lot of problems with today, and so I just smeared the glue here. And when this glue is really dried up, it is very, very solid. So, and then it will be much more fun to work on this part of the helmet. So, and now I will like go over my problem edges. Yeah, problem edges, and apply some glue there. And then I will finish for today. And it's kind of late. I have to what? Look, there's still the picture from the broken cannon on the top. So it's kind of late. I have to get up early in the morning to actually earn some money and not just waste my time with this beautiful cardboard stuff. So here, the inside here is another one of these areas that just bugged me the whole day. So, and I will glue that down too. I don't think you can really see that, but yeah, that should help. This is okay. So, and then there's the inside, here's the lower inside, or this part like ripped off 3 or 4 times today. I need a more permanent fix for that. Okay. Yes, I'm done. I am done for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you tune in the next time. And yeah, I will publish, or I will announce the next never done. I will announce the next live stream. Thanks to everyone. I hope you have a good night or have a good day. That depends on which part of the world you're from or in right now. And yeah, hopefully I see you again on a live stream, maybe in a chat. Have a nice day and keep cardboarding. Bye.